How many of you guys actually seen me online before? If yes, no. You have? Where'd you see me? Yes, so real estate is another thing that I do as well. Great. Anybody else? No? Nathan, we're going to work on my branding a bit more, eh? Make sure online. So how many of you guys over here actually currently working already, like in business and sort of in the field that you guys are already studying? No? None yet? Like how about maybe some of you guys have like family business, parents own businesses, uncle, aunts, anything like that? Yeah? What sort of business do they have?
My partner has a construction business.
Nice, construction. That's really good at the moment. And what about yourself?
Oh, just my uncle. He owns an event advertisement business.
Event advertising business.
Yeah.
That's nice. Anybody else? Yep, what's?
My in-laws own a nice seafood.
Seafood. Oh, that must be pretty good at the moment. Yeah, that must be really good. Great. Well, that's really good. So, events, construction, and seafood. Well, have you ever helped them on the business, perhaps? Maybe you have, definitely. I can see it already. You've probably helped them a lot, hey? Yeah. So what part of the business do you enjoy or do you see yourself doing that you're currently learning? Have you applied anything that you've learned in class so far? What year are they in, by the way?
So
Second?
some of you are first year and some of you are second year?
Second year, oh, okay, right.
Yeah. Just depends on what they're doing. So what they're doing is they're doing a diploma in business.
Yeah,
And they're doing the leadership and management stream,
I see.
which is a new one that we started.
Started this year, yes, I see.
So this is the first time we are offering business planning.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, as you guys know, anything in life apart from business as well needs a lot of planning. So what I'm going to go over a little bit with you guys today is a little bit about me, and then what I've sort of been doing in business and real estate. And thank you for knowing what I do, bro. Appreciate it. So firstly, in anything that we do in life, like I guess it all starts with a dream. We all start somewhere by studying, working, whatever it may be, but I believe that having a dream, and whatever you want to do in life, whether it be business related, personal related, you need to have a sort of a dream and a goal and what you need to do. So like that's how I started. Before I found success in business, I really had to work on myself personally. I guess what you guys are doing right now is working on yourself so you can go on to work on someone else's business, or hopefully in the future you work on your own business as well. But it all starts with like working on yourself, I feel, personally. And like my success in my personal life before I went into business and everything. So I really like sports. So me, I looked up to people like Muhammad Ali. I was really into sports and athletics and everything like that. That's what made me such a competitive person. And I guess that's what's helped me over the years in business as well. Because business is a non-contact sport, you can say. You know, there's no contact, but it definitely is a sport about winning or losing. Fortunately for me, I do men's physique, so I'm a professional athlete outside of business as well. So I did a number of competitions. I got to become a professional athlete. That means I could represent New Zealand overseas and compete for prize money. So I did that. And fortunately for me, years of doing it, I was able to win the Mr. World title in Dubai a few years ago. So that really propelled me, got lots of good business connections. And that's how I knew naturally, using my business qualification, plus now my business contacts, that's what I was going to do, which led to a lot of brand deals, sponsorships, endorsements. So if you've seen the balance guy around the country or places, that guy's me. Actually, you've probably seen it on maybe a gym or poster or somewhere. So that balance guy for Australasia is me. So it gave me lots of good connections with businesses that I got to brand and work with. And naturally, I fell into the marketing agency. Along with that, I got to be on TV, magazines, got to collab with a lot of like sports teams and stuff, sign a whole bunch of autographs and everything. That's some of the competitions that I won. Those are some of my first place ones. And I got to feature in lots of cool ads as well with other brands, which is like Air New Zealand. And if you fly Air New Zealand, there's a commercial in there that I've done with Air New Zealand. But do you guys have any questions so far? No questions? Okay, hopefully you guys have some questions towards the end of it. What's one business if you guys like, I don't know, who wants to start their own business here once you finish maybe out of here or maybe further down in the life? Do you guys see yourself starting your own business? Yeah? Yeah, what business would you like to start?
I haven't really been.
What's your name, sorry?
Ruby.
Ruby. Ruby, what business would you like to start?
I haven't really defined it, but I wanted to do like an agency where for like construction, where I have all aspects of construction under one building. Like, if that makes sense. Like the engineers, the builders, all that.
Oh, I see. So like project management,
Yeah,
almost. Yes,
yeah,
for
kind of.
yeah, for like different sort of projects.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Really cool. Anybody else?
Francis is. Francis?
Francis, what's your business? Francis, what's your business, my bro?
Fashion and clothing.
Fashion and clothing.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man. Have you started already working on it, sort of, or?
I just like think of ideas and jot them down, but I haven't really made any.
Nice. Fashion, project management. What about on this table over here? Yeah, you got yes. Yeah. What sort of business would you see yourself?
I want to have my own cafe.
Own cafe.
Yeah.
That's really cool. That's really nice. Would you specialize in anything? No, not yet. But cafe is an idea. That's really awesome, guys. Like keep those goals and dreams alive. And for me personally, when I looked at it, when I looked at my life and everything else in business and as an athlete and working with multiple brands and everything like that, there's three things. When I was thinking about what should I speak to you guys about when I asked Anita, so I quickly put this presentation together with the help of Nathan, making it look all pretty and everything. I kind of broke it down to these three aspects, which I like to call, I guess, triangle of success, life. So each point represents something. Would you guys want to guess, any of you, what any one of those points potentially could be that you need to be successful in life and in business in general? What is one essential thing do you think you guys need to do that? Take a guess. There's no wrong answer.
I know.
There's no wrong answer.
Money.
Yeah, money is one of them, but apart from within you. So like this is,
A dream.
yep, so it starts with a dream, then now you've identified, then you need three key things to make sure you get close to that dream, make the dream come true, carry on working on that dream. What is that? Three things. Oh yeah, one of them is very close to it, but I'll give you guys the first one so maybe you can figure out the thing. So first thing you obviously need is skill. It doesn't matter what you do in life, you need to have skill set to do it, which is what you guys are acquiring and learning and everything now. This is just the foundation, but when you actually start working in business, when you start playing the non-contact sport of business, you are gonna need skill. So skills, what you're learning, what you know about your competition, all of that kind of stuff. How about the other two things? I feel as essential. Experience, which falls under skill. I guess the more experience you have, the more skillful you become. Close. Consistency. So it doesn't matter how skilled you are at something, but if you don't have the consistency to be doing it day in, day out, you're not going to get anywhere. Remember this is just based off of what I think. It's not right or wrong, but this is what when I broke it down, this is what I feel helped me. So skill, consistency. You can have the best skill. So like you can be an All Black, for example. You have the best skill, you have the maddest passes, kicks, whatever it could be. But if you don't consistently show up to training, if you don't consistently, hang out with your team, what good is your skill if you're not consistent enough to be showing up? And what could be the final thing? I feel like you're going to say something. No?
I'll let other people speak.
No, go for it. If nobody, what do you think? Sorry, what's your name?
Shire.
Shia. Well, you're definitely not shy. That's good. So what would you say?
I'm not sure.
Passion. Yeah, passion. So you could be skillful. You have the best skills. You could be consistently showing up to trainings and doing everything but you're not passionate about it. You're just going to be like, pass the ball. Yeah, it's good enough. Whatever it is, whatever it may be. So if you can find a little bit of passion in whatever you do, linking all three of these things is what would really give you like success in life, I feel personally. And again, if you're super passionate about something, it's like, yeah, you wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning, every day, you're consistent, but you have no idea what you're doing. You're going to be showing up, you don't know how to pass the ball. What's the point of being passionate? Some people that, oh yeah, you should have passed the ball this way. They should have kicked it. Why is that person not on the team? They're like the most passionate fans, but they have no idea how skill works. and they have no idea of how consistency works. It could be the other way too. You could be the most consistent person, but like I said, no passion. You could be the most skillful person and passionate, but you never show up to training, or you never show up. And then, these three things I feel is the key thing that I had to focus on in my part of my life to really improve either. I didn't start off as like a winning person in the sport that I was doing. Same in business. You go through losses and everything, but when I broke it down, what three things I really need to focus on was these three things over here. Skill, had to be consistent, and had to find a passion in doing whatever I was doing. And then these goes on to the three basic principles, like any business, anything in your life you guys are doing, it's always done in 3 layers, which Apple does really well, by the way, which I will explain in a moment. So the skill is like your what. So what you do. A lot of the time, I guess, in products and services and in business, where a lot of businesses go wrong, is that they focus on what they do. So like the phone, for example, Samsung. They're really good on selling the what. So they have like, this is a 12 megapixel camera. This is a whatever, yada, yada, yada. They focus on what it is. But who can guess what the other things would be that are kind of related to those other things? So first level is the what. And a lot of the time when people focus on business, it's like, oh yeah, what we're going to have, what we're going to serve, what price we're going to be selling at. They always focus just on the what. So what could be the other things? Correct. Yeah. Very, very correct. Which is the consistency, how you do it. So you got to get people onto the journey of what is it that you do and how is it that you do it. Because what is just the product? But they need to know how that product will bring them value, how that product is better than the other service or whatever it is. And then what's the final thing? Yeah. The why. So if you can get people obviously on to the reason of why you do what is it that you do, you get them to believe in the same thing as you, which Apple does really well. And they sell the whole story around how it's great at connecting people. You have the whole world at your hands, and they believe in a world where everything's accessible and everything. If you believe in the same thing, they show you how they came up with hours of research and everything to put that device together. That's how they did it. And what they sell is an iPhone, which nobody cares about the price tag by that point. Everyone just goes and buys the same phone every year, pretty much. And then, I guess based off of this, if you break these three things down, for passion, for example, it only comes from like taking risks, and you have to have the willingness, like when you're passionate about something, stepping away from the sidelines and actually stepping into the field to actually play and keep going, which is with consistency and everything. And you gotta remember why you started, because passion is your why you start doing something that you do. Like all of us here in this room today are here for a reason. Whether we like it or not, the time's gonna pass. We're all gonna get older, but what we do in life and why we do it, and the difference between us getting there or not is what work we're going to put in now. Because if we're here, we may as well put in the work. Because either way, this time's going to pass. So the difference is coming out on the other side. And when I started realizing this, I wish I realized this when I was younger, like, I mean, a lot younger. Time's going to pass us anyway. It's just, what are you going to do in that time to when you get 10 years from now, it's going to be worthwhile living those 10 years, I guess. So for me, I started realizing these three, and when I started implementing, I really seriously started getting a lot of movement in my personal life, in my business life, and a lot of things. Started going good. And the same thing, I guess, it goes for skill as well. Knowledge about the industry that you guys are going to be going into, that's really important to set you up for success. Also knowing your strengths and weaknesses. So you're going to turn your weaknesses into your strengths. And same as your strengths, you want to make them become even more stronger. And when you know about the industry, you know about your opposition, you know about your competition. You know who's doing what, how they're doing it, so what you need to fix and get better on. And then consistency also goes out into having a timetable, following through with the plan that you actually have on your timetable. And then knowing your objective of where you want to get in that timetable, the things that you want to accomplish. So like you look at it on a daily to weekly to monthly to yearly level sort of thing. A lot of the things that I say today, Some of you will take it in and they'll probably forget it next, which is okay. But I just want you guys to maybe take one thing away from this, actually apply it, and I can guarantee you guys, if you stay consistent, become a little bit passionate about it, and up your skill, you're gonna find success in whatever it is that you're trying to do. And you gotta always remember the feeling, and that whatever thoughts that you're gonna face, oh, I shouldn't do this, that person said this to me, my family or my mom, my dad or whatever is like telling me I shouldn't do this, that's all temporary. What you are gonna get out of it and what path you're on, your plan's good, you're working in your skill and you're passionate about it, that's the important part. Because people that are not in your shoes can't walk the same path as you wanting to walk anyway. So, what do you guys think so far? Did you guys ever look at it like maybe success that way? Of those three things, skills, passion, or maybe not as methodical, but you guys knew that these things you guys needed to focus on, sort of thing. What's one of the areas you reckon, say you, something you want to do. What thing do you reckon you need to do to be successful? It can be anything, you don't have to share that. What area do you think you need to work on to be successful, Ruby? Consistency? How many of you do you reckon you need to be more consistent in whatever you're doing? You have some real consistent people in here. That's good. So that's really good. And skill, I guess, you guys are showing up. Like I see half of your class hasn't shown up, so you guys are doing it right. And then passionate. So each one of you have your own passion, but the skill sets might remain the same. So your skill set could be the same, but where you use it is different, you know? And yeah, we should definitely, let's connect. So that's why I said I was gonna bore you with slides. Majority of the time, I wanted to use for questions, anything that you guys might wanna ask me. But if you get your phone out, scan that, we can connect online. Yeah, if you open your camera on your iPhone, it should just pop up. Or I don't know how Androids do it, but yeah.
Okay, so question time.
I suppose you guys want to know maybe about my business, right?
Yes.
Yes. So,
In terms of how you
yeah, so like all of this translates into transparent digital media. So we helped a few interns from AUT as well as MIT. One of them now is a, what's their job title now at Air New Zealand? Yeah, in-field engineer at Air New Zealand. So that's really good. Another person worked on a project actually that we had. It was an online marketing platform for real estate. So she came on from MIT and worked on that. And then now we potentially, looking at getting acquired by other companies for that project. So she looked after a few things that we had allocated for them. But digital marketing itself so we work with multiple brands and companies that don't have an in-house marketing team. So we kind of come up with a strategy for them to generate leads, to close more deals, better brand, for branding for them online and things like that. So that's what we do. So we based on content, web development, online ads like Facebook, Google, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok ads and everything, all of that kind of stuff. As well as I do some objection handling training for like salespeople and stuff as well. And then the other side, which is what you've seen, is after working on that platform for a few years that went really well, I kind of transitioned my business part of the resources towards being a real estate. So working on developments, projects, and all of those kind of things. Because you got to also realize that while some things are going to be good for a certain period, like any industries have a rise and a fall, right? Or rise and a decline. So with digital marketing, it's had its boom. But now AI, automation, I think I heard you guys getting told off about AI just before. So, not told off, well, you have to disclose it or something that if you guys are doing all the ChatGPT and stuff,
We can't use it in
Oh.
assignments
Oh,
because
yeah.
We have got a Turnitin that picks it up.
Yeah,
So it's a
That's very good,
because
yeah.
somebody else is writing your assignment.
pretty much, yeah. Yeah, don't do that.
It has to be their work.
Don't do that, it's
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So AI is taking over a lot of the stuff like digital stuff that we used to do. So I'm seeing like 5 to 10 years ahead. That's why I kind of made a shift in my business to focus more towards something physical that you need a real person to do it, which is like 3 years ago, I started working on this marketing platform for real estate. And that's how I then, over the last 6 years, I've helped a lot of real estate people build their careers pretty much from ground up, to going from 0 to earning 6 figures and some even 7 figures, right, in real estate. So then I acquired those skills from there, then from this marketing platform, then I kind of started implementing it. So then I have a team of 5 now, or 6 including Nathan, or 7 including the content writer, which is real estate specific only. Then we have the marketing agency, which leverages that. So there's the real estate side of the business, and then there's a digital marketing side of the business where we work with like a lot of brands and stuff still. But I guess essentially you gotta be able to pivot and change as well when times change. You gotta realize and acknowledge the patterns. Some things don't last forever. You gotta be doing something new in the business as well. So when I started my marketing agency, it was really good. In COVID times, we really boomed. We got all of these projects, everyone was going online, but then it kind of plateaued. Then I was already working on the marketing platform and I was like, okay, what's next? We went from, well, the marketing agency started with me only. Then we went to about 8 or 9 people, plus the interns. And then it got to a stage where I'm like, okay, it's making certain, like decent amount of revenue a month, but where do I go from here? So to grow it more, you need more resource. To get more resource, that means another expense, like there's more expenses. But what's the future of this business? So then I started investing into other avenues of revenue, I guess. And you come across challenges as well in that time. Like a lot of people thought during COVID time, like businesses were having it tough, but our business saw the most growth in COVID. So we helped other businesses to go online that weren't online yet. So that was like the best year of business for us, to be growing that time. So, and even situations like this, right? Even like people are going to be saying that there's a recession, some people are struggling. You're struggling in business or there's a recession if you don't have a plan. If you don't have a plan for these kind of times, that's when you're going to struggle. Planning is key. Recognizing the patterns are important. And you can thrive in these times. A lot of people are thriving because if you look at a property, for example, like property is on sale at the moment. If you're set up right, if you do things right, you can be winning even in this time. The people that struggle, they weren't prepared for this sort of thing. Just like us, if I didn't make the change or anything like a year or something ago, yeah, we'd probably be struggling too. But it's been good. So that's how I got, so working with all those brands personally, being an athlete, being exposed to all these brands and connections and everything, because I was already working as a brand ambassador with a lot of these people on like athlete contracts and things, I really got to work with their marketing teams, with their, people. So that's what kind of got me into the digital marketing thing. So you guys, I guess, have a blank canvas at the moment for a lot of you guys too. Your personal life is heavily in relation to how your professional life is going to go. And there's if you can sort of live in harmony as one, that's how you're going to see the most success. You shouldn't, I don't know, it's good to separate your work life and personal life, but if you can sort of find equilibrium, you're going to find the most success over there. So I guess that's what comes down to passion. So that's how sort of my business journey went from, and of course, before my business, I was working at a construction company as a general manager, sales and marketing. So it kind of was sort of, you can say practicing with other people's money already that I had sort of control over. So it's great to be working as well, to be able to sort of leverage the position you're in, to learn, to also deliver the results for them. But then if you have a future goal to be able to, wanting to do your own thing, that's okay. But if you really want to excel and work for a business, that's okay too. As long as, like I said, time will pass, it's up to you, what you want to get out of it. Because the last thing I personally wanted when I looked at my life, 10 years to pass and I'd be like, damn, I wish I started 10 years ago. So, I mean, I'll be turning, I'll be turning 35. So I realized this when I was around 24, 25. So for the last 11 years, I've been putting in the work. So all of that has been over the years of putting in the work to be able to get there. Yeah.
It's really good. And you started so young too, so that was good.
Yeah.
In terms of where you are right now. So in terms of when you first started the Transparent Digital, did you start off with a plan? Like how do you
Yep,
go about
yep.
it?
I definitely had a
And
business
then-
plan
And over the years, did you have to change that?
every year.
Tweak it?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So you obviously need a business plan. How many guys have you ever put a business plan together?
Well, they're working through it at the moment, so yeah.
Oh, you've done one?
Yeah.
Nice. Is it on your own business or like a
Own business.
own business? What sort of business is that?
Face painting,
Face painting. Nice. Like kids.
anyone.
Anyone.
Yeah.
Nice.
Parties and all
Corporate.
that.
Oh, parties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
corporate events, like organ transport, I've got a contract with them.
Yeah. Nice, nice. So I mean, you know how a plan looks like you do your whole SWOT analysis and everything.
Yeah, I have to do it in order to get a loan from the bank.
Yeah.
Get me out. So that's how I figured it all out.
Yeah.
But
Now-
yeah, definitely have to update it every year.
Every year.
Especially during COVID, it was
Yeah.
non-existent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Face painting, business plan. Anybody else done a business plan? No? Okay. So that is really obviously important. I did one. And every year it changes. You have usually do one for like 3 years to get lending if you need money. So you have to show a projection of how much revenue, what the expenses, everything like that. So business plan, very important to be able to do it. And not just do one to get lending approved or whatever, actually follow through. When you're putting that together, it does two things. Not only it holds you accountable to what you need to actually do to follow through, but also it gives you a set plan what you actually need to do. So what you should be doing and what you need to do. So I guess those are two ways you move forward with it. And it's good to have everything sort of laid out in front of you so you can see where you're heading. Because you can't go to a destination if you don't have a map to get there. You're just going to be driving, I guess, in circles or squares or whatever. So your plan is like your map to the destination that you're wanting to get to. Same thing, being an athlete, which is same. You need to have a plan, the things you need to eat, when you need to sleep, when you need to wake up, when you need to train, same thing. So I guess I inherited that from there. I mean, I studied business as well, but I didn't really start applying it until I was in the field already. Good thing was early on in my career, when I was 20, I got at that time Vodafone. So I got the opportunity to move down from Auckland to Queenstown for a few years and start the 2 Vodafone stores that's down in Queenstown. So there was no stores over there. So one store was there. So start that one store in Queenstown that's at the airport. So I got to do that sort of from ground up. So hire all the staff, the fittings and fixtures and all of that kind of stuff. So when I was 20, I did that. They only probably selected me for the job because I had no like commitments. So like, oh, you will send this guy down to Queenstown. Because a lot of people applied, but they had like commitment. Yeah, family and stuff like that. So I got that job straight after uni. And then that's how it really started, you know, got to make all this connection. It was scary going down there, leaving all your family, friends and everything, didn't know anybody. For the first 3 months, it was pretty much a paid holiday because the store was behind in construction. Said, what do I do? They said, oh, go explore and talk to people. So for 3 months, I got paid to just do nothing. That was the coolest part. And then start hiring people, doing the interviews and build that store. I stayed there for 2 years, got it to perform, and then I moved back to Auckland. So I guess that's what really helped me, you know, business plans and everything, because the main bosses and managers were in Auckland. No one was in Queenstown. So from 20, that was my first sort of like a business gig that I got to do with, I guess it was funded by other people's money to do that. And that's what really gave me the confidence to be able to work in those management roles later on. And then I started learning, and at, like I said, 24, 25, I realized, okay, I'm gonna do something on my own. Because if I can help them grow, I can do it for me too. But then, like I said, you don't have to have your own goal to do that. A lot of people are really good, you know, in working in a business too. And some people earn a lot of money too. Like, you know, like number 3 or number 4, number 5 at Facebook and Google, they make a lot of money, but they don't own the business. So that's okay too. And some people think, oh, I'm gonna get my own business and I'm gonna do whatever I wanna do. Wake up when I want to, do whatever. No, having your own business is like having your own baby. Like you gotta put it to sleep, you gotta feed it, you gotta do everything. You know, so it's not like, you never say, I'm gonna go do my own thing so I can do whatever I want. It's more like you have to do the things now. You have no one else to fall back to.
Yeah.
So
When you work for somebody else, you can walk away after 40-hour week, right? When you're in your business, no way. Business people, in order to succeed, they put in 60, 70, 80 hours a week.
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of sleepless nights and all that, so.
Yeah, you need to have a really good stress management system
Yeah.
to retain you here and not go grey. So yeah.
What strategies did you use during the COVID? Because we were hit with a natural disaster that nobody knew
Expected,
it was coming.
yeah.
So it just came, it shut the whole world, it shut whole of New Zealand. So how did you deal with that in your business? Like
So-
what did you do?
Yeah, so for me, I've always gone by the motto, like, it's not what you know, it's how quickly you can pivot and change will equate to how much you actually know. Because if you only know, what worked 10 years ago, and you're not good at pivoting and changing, you don't know what you're supposed to know. Yeah, hope I didn't confuse you guys, but that's how it generally works. So I knew I was good at pivoting and changing because I'm sort of in that bracket of not too young to not to know what the history of like business and everything is, and not too like beyond, that don't understand how technology and everything works. So I'm like in a good sweet spot. So they gave me to look up, to look back. So I guess the thing that I did different was, as soon as COVID was about to happen, before we even went into lockdown, so it was like me and the team, we got together, okay, what if everyone goes into isolation? What are they going to need the most? Because they were talking about it, right? It hadn't happened yet.
Yeah.
So we already started having like a beta project for what do we focus on when we go.
I think we were the last in the world to get it because
Yes.
we were so tucked away in
Yeah.
the end of the world. I think, yeah.
So looking at what US was doing, other people were already doing, and then it's like, okay, that's what's going to determine where we're going to succeed. While other businesses were like, nah, it's never going to come here, it's not going to happen. We put maybe like, you guys know about the 80-20 rule, right? So 80% of the time you're doing something, and 20% of the time you have something on the side that's going, so you know if you need to pivot, you can change to that. So we pretty much did that. We turned some of our resources to that, and it's about recognizing the pattern. If that didn't happen, it's okay. We might have lost 40, 50 hours that we invested in doing that, but it didn't. But that really helped us to start leveraging and getting business through online means and stuff like that. So, and then we already had like ad campaigns set up for that. We didn't know if we we're going to use it or not, but then we did. And I already started looking into like what help the government would do, what resources would be available to businesses. So we just went ahead and tapped and connected with all of those people
That's really good.
that was working there. So that's what I did
I think
differently.
you were very proactive
Yeah.
in getting that done, whereas a lot of businesses held like, oh, it will improve or whatever. Because I know I've got friends that have got business that did not get any help from the government because they're too late in tapping into any of those things. So it's being prepared, being proactive.
Yeah.
And at that time we didn't think about a contingency plan, but now it's like all the businesses are having to have a contingency plan in place.
Yeah.
It's a must now.
You have
Very
to.
consistent, Yeah.
Yeah. Any questions that you guys think that you might have that be able to help you in the next 6 months for what you guys are trying to do? Who's looking for a job right now? Only one person. You guys must be making bank, a lot of you. Everybody else is employed, or no?
Most of the students, I think majority of the students are doing 4 papers, which is pretty much full time.
Oh, full time.
4
So,
courses in a semester.
okay.
That's pretty much, yeah.
So do you guys have, who works part time? Everybody?
Quite a few, yeah.
Oh yeah, I see. Good.
So juggling 4 papers and part-time work.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I vaguely remember those days.
Yeah.
A long time ago
It's
though.
not a very talkative bunch of
Yeah.
class. I know that because I'm the one that's standing there and going.
If so, in the next 6 months, you guys have no questions that would help, maybe potentially. I know I probably can't solve all your problems for the next 6 months, but maybe something. What about you, bro? Do you have a question, man? Did you leave the room to go have a think? Yeah. Oh.
They're allowed to go.
Yeah, no. Well, so I know you had a question for sure, maybe. Oh, you did.
Scott, Ruby's got?
Ruby, yes.
Have you reached the point of success, or are you still measuring it?
How do you define what success is, right? Like success, is it you completed something, that you're successful at completing a paper? That's also success. Did you go to maybe you had to set a fitness goal, maybe you guys went to the gym for 1 month solid, that's success. So it's like, what do you define success? Because like, I feel for me personally, success can be defined by many ways to what is important to you, right? A lot of people will say success is like money. Yeah, to some extent, that you're successful at generating money, that's okay. That must be important to some people. To some people out there, their success is just being able to have like 3 meals in in a day, and that's all they want. And they'll be successful if they can generate that, right? So it's very different to what it is. For me personally, what I feel will be successful is that when I have abundant, that I'm able to bless other people, and it doesn't matter to me. That's what success looks like to me. So I'm in the processes of setting systems and things in place that even after I'm gone from this world, it can carry on blessing other people. That will be success to me. So that's what it looks like for what I'm trying to accomplish in life. Because I guess we're all going to go through life. It's like, depends on what you want to do in life. At the end of it, it's going to be, oh yeah, I was successful, I wasn't successful, you know? So I guess that's how I see it. In the short term, in like being an athlete, yeah, I found success. To work with brands, yeah, that was one of my things. Like, you know, as a kid growing up, I wanted to be on TV, wanted to sign autographs for people, wanted to travel the world. So because of what I did, I got to travel to many countries because of the sport. Wanted to be, you know, magazine cover as a kid because I saw a lot of fitness models. I got to tick that off. So there's a lot of things that I wanted to tick off that I've been able to do in my life that I had a goal to do it. And
so you set up some goals,
yeah.
You have achieved them, you have ticked them.
Yeah.
So that's success in your
Yeah.
athletic
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
So now you are sort of doing this for your business.
Yes.
So you set some goals.
Yeah.
And I suppose that's where she was.
Yeah.
in terms
So
of-
like that's what it is. So like now I'm ticking off these business goals and everything like that. But ultimate success is like what you want to accomplish by the end of, you know, when you come. But in terms of business wise, I'm happy to where it is now, but I need to do more to be able to get to my, like I said, my ultimate success, what I would say. Yeah.
Sorry, following that question.
Yeah.
What methods did you use to overcome failure?
Blocking out what, like the biggest thing is, it's not failure unless you let it be your final, you know, ruling or decision or like accepting it. It's only a failure then. And generally what happens to most people, they accept that and then they failed because they either listen to someone or whatever. If I listened to one of my first cousins, like that told me never to do the athlete thing, I would have never ever done that. And there was someone I looked up to. So I had to go against that to do that. So if you accept it, that's when you fail. By not accepting failure is you're not going to fail. And that's how you overcome it. So that's like, yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of times, you know, when you have got friends and family telling you, oh, you shouldn't do that, oh, that doesn't look nice and all that, a lot of time it's sort of either their fear of you succeeding and going
Yes.
ahead or jealousy. I mean, it's human nature, isn't it?
Yeah. And then that cousin, then after, well, when I didn't win, and finally when I started facing, that cousin blocked me on Facebook, by the way. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what happened.
Right?
Yeah.
And it happens. I
Yeah.
have faced that as well.
Yeah.
But the main thing is you
Yeah.
sort of looking at yourself, you know what you want, and you're going for it. You know?
Like, you can't fail if you don't accept it, you know? Like, you have to work on one of those things. Either you have to be more consistent, you have to up your skill, or you just have to become passionate about what you're doing, and you can't fail. And like, your success doesn't have to be same as someone else's that's been before you, you know? And vice versa. Their success doesn't have to be what you need to do as well. Yeah. Very good questions, I like it.
Yeah, very good questions. Any question from that team there?
Yeah, that table's been very quiet, man. That is very quiet.
Look, why are you kicking to up?
No, because he told me he had a question.
Oh, okay. Yeah?
I don't know, no question.
No question. Sorted for life. That's good, I like it.
Smart students. Come up with the questions.
Active listening is active listening.
Are they active listening?
Oh yeah, there's a next slide is
Taking in everything.
next slide is the tests. So next slide.
Okay, you can tell, yeah.
So,
Any questions from
how about you guys?
Francis?
So
Sam?
when did you come up with the success triangles, right?
How?
When did you come up with that?
The success triangle.
When did I come up with it?
In the beginning of your career?
No, when I was looking back at like how do I like if I have to explain it because I was going to do a talk at one of the businesses. I'm like, okay, how do I put whatever's happening in my mind out? So I was like drawing shapes and I'm like, okay, triangle it is because that's what it like. That's how I came up with it. I'm like, what is it that you need to do? And so what is it you need to do? How do you need to do it? And why do you need to do? You know, why do you do what it is that you do? I'm like, oh, okay, this is gonna work. This is what it is. So that's how I came up with that. And maybe that was like 5 or 6 years ago when I realized, I'm like, actually, this is what it is. And I'm going to share this with other people. I guess a lot of it comes from like some book, Start With Your Why, that you read. I've just kind of like compiled it together into that, I guess. It's not like Illuminati stuff or anything, I promise. It's just the triangle. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question. I feel like you want to ask a question. Yes,
Oh, Shire.
Shail.
I don't know, like, what was the investment procedure? Like, did you have to save a whole heap of money before you started, or was it challenging, or did you already have?
Well, or to start my business. So Transparent Digital Media wasn't my first business. My first business was an online training platform that I made while I was working as a general manager, sales and marketing for the construction company I was working for. So for that business, it's an online platform. You don't need anything to really start that. So started that business. That business was quickly generating, 6 figures after 4 months. So that was pretty good. So I had some money from there. Plus, when I left that job that I left to go start my actual business now, I had to walk away from like a 6-figure salary at the other job place. So that was the cost of it, I guess you can say. But starting that business, since I started it by myself, the only thing was, I guess, the risk of leaving your 6-figure income to go to start the business. But like getting an office space, all of that kind of stuff, investment-wise, not much. You actually don't need a lot to start a business. People think that you need a whole bunch of money, just depending on what you're doing and how you set it up to do it. So office and studio space and everything was good. And slowly, like after a few months, we got another person. I think like Nathan was like the 4th person we hired, something. Me and Nathan actually go a long way back. In 2016 or 17, me and Nathan worked on a project back then. And I remember it was for my actually online marketing, online platform that I was building, training platform. And I told Nathan back then, in the future sometime, which was like 4.5 years, after 2016, 2020, or whatever it was, I'm like, I feel like we're gonna work together full time. So Nathan was a contractor then, making content stuff, doing a lot of stuff. And I told him then, 4.5 years before it actually happened, I'm like, we're gonna work together somehow. Then after the project we did, we actually weren't even in contact for all those years until I had the job opportunity come up at Transparent Digital Media. I didn't put the job out. I just called Nathan. I'm like, hey, I think the time has come. Let's work together. So he left whatever he was doing at that time and just came and we started working together. So there's been actually a few people like that along my career that I've said that to that I need to get back to now, I guess. Yeah. So that was the investment, I guess. It's the biggest investment is, I guess, when you want to start your own business, it's the risk factor. And the younger you guys are, the window of opportunity is big. As time passes, that window of opportunity shrinks. Because you'll see a lot of people that go ahead and get married and have kids, nothing wrong with that, and their kids start growing up and everything, and then they try to pivot to start a business when the risk at its all-time highest then. When you actually have there's nothing wrong with it, like I said, but like the window of opportunity shrinks then. It's like now you have kids, you have a house maybe, potential mortgage to pay, and now you're gonna go pivot and start your own business. Not only takes you attention, energy, and time, but also it's a risk as well because you have a lot of other things. When you're younger, you don't have much to lose. So you just go out and do it. So like you guys some of you guys are in like your prime time to just take risks after you've finished whatever you need to do, build a strong planning skill set and everything, and then go off to do whatever it is that you want to do. It's always good to like, I guess, even try industries that you wouldn't otherwise do. I guess like gone are those era where the era was like, as soon as you finish university, you get stuck into a job and you work that for the next 30 years. And you try to build a career. Not unless it's a good industry, whatever it is that you want to adamantly do that, you go ahead and do it. But I guess that phase is gone where you're going to stick at that job for 30 years sort of thing. Because some companies and businesses don't even last 30 years nowadays. Yeah. Top of this table. Construction question, maybe? I was hoping for a construction question. What about that quiet person over there?
No, she's forever quiet. She doesn't even answer me, so.
Doesn't even answer you.
Yeah. Very, very, very shy. I'm Isla. Very shy.
What is one thing, I guess, like we'll go person by person, that you guys want to get out of the 2 years, I guess, here? Or 2 years? 2 years, yeah. A diploma, right? 2 years. Yeah. What is one thing that you would like to get out of the 2 years that you're here? Just one thing. Could be a one-word answer too, like food or something. I don't know.
Why are you studying? Why are you doing this like this?
Sorry, what was that?
So make my
To make your family proud. Nice, nice. And what about yourself?
Actually, just want to finish this course and go to UA,
Go to where, sorry?
University of Auckland.
Oh, okay. To do your final year?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. And after that?
work, I guess.
Okay, fair enough.
Skills.
to work.
Work? Yeah. Construction.
I need knowledge.
Knowledge?
Yeah, my partner's all the ideas.
Right.
I need to be the one
To be the engine.
Yeah.
Yes. Nice.
So he's doing all the practical work, and you need to run the
Yeah,
office
that's
for
what
him.
he wants me to do.
Nice. That's a good goal. So in 2 years' time, you'll be like holding the fort. Yeah. And seafood business currently your uncle's doing, but you want to be doing after this 2 years.
No, she's planning on being the one-stop shop for all the businesses.
Yeah.
You need a plumber?
Yeah.
Talk to Nina.
Yeah.
You need a engineer? Talk to Nina.
Yeah. That's good.
Well, I hate to actually get the diploma.
So of course, everybody's got the common goal. In the 2 years, you want to get the diploma. But after that, like, what do you want to be able to accomplish after the diploma? In the 2 years, what do you want to take away that you feel it's going to help you?
I guess the knowledge to know what makes a good leader and how to handle other leaders. That's what I want to get from it.
Nice.
Better knowledge to like take into parts of business.
Take into path of business. Better knowledge. Yes, so skill. That's good. So you're going to up your skill by the time you leave here. Hope you're consistent, though, turning up to class. Okay, that's good. And what about you there, my friend?
A good future.
What's that, sorry?
A good future.
Good future? You're going to plan for a good future in the next 2 years. That's good. What about you, bro? Yes.
The reason why I'm doing this because I want to make my parents proud and to find a job, you know.
It's good. Parents proud. What about you, Luke?
My nan runs a company in England, which is family owned. So
What sort of business is it?
it's a tiling business.
Tiling business. So you're going to go back to the UK?
Yeah.
Nice.
Just to get the knowledge to be able to work for someone or start my own business.
Just some clarity and guidance for what I want to do with my life career-wise.
Yeah.
Let's get some qualifications to like accompany work I've already been doing.
I didn't actually know what I wanted to do. I took business because it's such a
Broad,
subject,
yeah.
and I feel like that would give me the leverage to find out what I want to do in the future.
Yeah.
And I guess just knowing like the background and the basis of either owning a business, working for someone in management, or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm owner after that.
I see. What would you like rate your top skill right now?
Skill
Skill, yeah.
within business.
Right now, yeah. What you've learned, what you've been doing, just in life general.
I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty confident and talkative and
Talkative, open? Yeah.
I feel like
If given an opportunity to work for a business, what would be the best skill set that you bring?
skill set. Yeah, like my social aspect of life.
Yeah.
Connection.
Yeah.
Being honest.
Not being able to connect with people, speak to people, not being shy. Okay.
Important, I guess.
Nice.
I finished in July, so.
Congrats. June. It's next month.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
So I guess you take the these skills, and like I've just been learning so much from it, and provide better for my children. Hopefully team up with my partner and own a gym one day is what we really want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'll have the business like knowledge, and he'll know what to do.
Yeah.
Gym wise.
Nice.
Yeah.
Your partner is, what does he do?
He's a PT.
At what gym is it?
Counties Fitness.
Counties Fitness.
Yeah. Ben Belden.
Ben Bowden.
Yeah.
Okay. And sorry, now you have to speak.
I'm just taking this course so I can get like some knowledge and guidance on what I can do in the business, because my mother wants me like to help her out in her insurance company.
Insurance company.
Yeah, she wants me to kind of take over, but I think that's way too ambitious.
Nice. You know, I've actually thought of a gym idea too in the past. I thought I wanted to have a gym as well, but I never had the time or, you know, energy to put into that.
Yes, because
Yeah.
I've worked at the gym, and I've
Yeah.
kind of learned not what to do.
Yeah.
And I just want to I wish I could they would have made me manager, but of course I didn't have the skills.
Mm.
But man, I would have just, yeah.
What gym did you work at?
It was Counties Fitness and
Oh.
Koei as well.
I see.
Yeah. And it's a big gym. But, so we want to do something similar to that, not a franchise.
Not a franchise, yeah. You know the idea I had? I was like, it'd be cool to have a gym. There's no membership fee, but it's like non-profit gym. So people come there with a donation, and you provide like a content person and everything. So you attract all the influencers to come there. So then they'll get content out of while coming to the gym, and then your business will grow. So everybody that comes there, so like you have levels of donation. So then you would have to like say, if you just want to come use the gym, you just donate like maybe a gold coin or something every time you visit. So that equates to like a $7 membership at like City Fitness anyway. And then if you wanted to have access to the content person, they'll take some photos and everything with you. Then you put like a note, so like a $5, $10, whatever, every time you visit. And that way it's non-profit as well.
Yeah.
You don't pay any income tax.
Awesome.
You don't pay any income tax, and that way you'll get a whole bunch of influencers coming, and they'll just grow your business. That's what I thought of doing if I ever started a gym, but
Take your idea.
no, you can take it. Like you can take it, but like it'll be like packed with influencers because you're providing a free
Yeah.
content person.
And there's so many out there.
So many out there. People come to your gym, get free photos, free videos, and everything.
Yeah.
It's non-for-profit, so taxes is easier too. Yeah, because there's no actual membership.
Good idea.
Yeah.
So final question? No? I think that was really awesome. Thank you, Irshad.
Thank you guys, and hope you guys are connected. Thank you.
Thank you. We really appreciate that. Yeah?
No, thank you guys.
So, I mean, they're learning theory and all that. They know how to do SWOT analysis and all that. But seeing from a person who's in business, from that perspective, I think it was really good to offer that practicality. So thank you.
No,
very
thank you
much.
guys for having me. If you have any questions, I hope you're connected online. If not, you can look me up and shoot me some questions. I'll be happy to answer.